through a microscope. Barely visible. A human ear is one of the smallest things the human eye can see. Imagine, though, that you could shrink yourself until the hair looked as thick as your arm. What will you see? The hairs on a fly's leg would look like a huge spice. The flies would look like a monster with giant eyes. That's the close-up view a microscope allows. The first simple microscope. For thousands of years, people have wanted to take a closer look at the world. The ancient Greeks used glass balls filled with water to make objects look larger. The Romans discovered that glass that was thick in the middle and thin in the edges made things look bigger. This was the first magnifying glass. People learned how to make better glasses lenses in Europe in the 1600s. With that discovery, the microscope was invented. At first, the microscope was just a sort of fancy magnifying glass. Most magnifying glass only make things about 5 to 10 times larger in size. That was the power of the first simple microscope. Compound microscopes. Early microscope users found that they could put two magnifying glasses in a row, the second lens magnifying the image from the first lens. This made the image look even bigger. With the two lenses working together in a single microscope, the compound microscope was born. Today, compound microscopes can make objects look up to 1,500 times bigger, magnifying 20 to 30 times. One of the early microscope users was Robert Hooke. Hooke was one of the first people to take careful notes on what he saw through a microscope. He published his notes in the book filled with drawings. Hooke's book had close-up views of a louse and a flea. He drew the eyes of a fly in greater detail than anyone had ever seen before. Hooke also sketched parts of plants and seeds. When he looked at a piece of corn under a microscope, he discovered that it was made of tiny chambers. We call those chambers cells. Over time, the word cell came to be used for tiny building blocks for all living things. Magnified 50 to 200 times, the historian believed that Hooke's book inspired another early microscope user, Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. Van Leeuwenhoek was a cloth merchant, not a trained scientist. However, he used magnifying glass to take a close look at the fabric he bought and sold. After he saw Hooke's drawings, Van Leeuwenhoek started making glasses of his own. Van Leeuwenhoek discovered a way to create better lenses. He created to make microscopes that magnify objects more than 200 times. Using his microscopes, Van Leeuwenhoek discovered tiny life forms living in lake water. These life forms are too small to see with the naked eye. Before the Van Leeuwenhoek time, no one knew there were such tiny living things. Microscopes showed that tiny life forms lived everywhere. When things were magnified 200 times, a person could see many things that are invisible to the naked eye. Even something as simple as sand looks different under a microscope. As normal size, sand looks ordinary and plain. Under magnification, it's clear and that beach sand contains tiny shells, rocks, and coral. Magnified 200 to 1,500 times. Only compound microscopes had some problems. The lenses can make things look blurry and stretched. They also changed the colors around the edges of what was being seen. It was difficult to tell what was real and what was colored by the lens. In the early 1800s, a scientist named Joseph Jackson Lister invented a new type of lens. This lens got rid of the stretching and color changes and made microscopes more powerful and reliable. As a result, microscopes allowed new discoveries in science and medicine. In the mid-1800s, Louis Pasteur discovered that tiny liquid in the air could cause milk to spoil. The improved microscope allowed doctors to see germs in the bodies of sick people. The discovery completely changed medicine. The early compound microscope also led to the discovery that no two snowflakes are alike. Wilson Bentley, as known as the snowflake Bentley, for his work with snowflakes. He used a camera to take pictures with his microscope. In the late 1800s and the early 1900s, he took photographs of more than 5,000 snowflakes. Microscopes show that something in natural form special shapes called crystals. Salt crystals are cubes like building blocks. Table sugar forms crystals that are slanted in each and longer than salt crystals. Seeing the world's tiny details can help you understand how things work. Take birds, for example. A man named George the messenger saw that bird stuck in his clothing after he walked in the field. He took a closer look at the bird under a microscope. He saw that he had tiny hooks that caught on the loops in the fabric of his pants. Demonstrator worked to copy the design of the bird using fabric. The result was a Velcro. Velcro is made of two pieces of fabric. One piece is covered in thousands of tiny hooks. The other is covered in thousands of tiny loops. The hooks and loops let the two pieces of fabric zip together. Magnified 1 million times. Because of the way light works, there's a limit to how much a compound microscope can magnify. During the past century, though, scientists have created microscopes that don't use light. One such microscope uses energy called electrons. Electrons provide the greatest magnification at any type of microscope. They magnify things up to 1 million times. Conclusion: as microscopes have been more powerful, we have learned many new things about our world. Microscopes have led to discoveries in nearly every area of science.
Good job!